Great morning, comfort killers. How you doing today? Let me make sure, because usually what happens is that's what happens. I come through loud and clear, and then I hear myself. How you guys doing, comfort killers? I appreciate you being here. We're live on Facebook. This will also be across streams on YouTube. So definitely stick. We have an amazing mastermind today. And as you know, if you don't know, I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. And we're waiting for two people today. I got two people. Of course, you know Thelonious C. Jones is coming in. And then we have a guest. Last week we had an amazing guest. We had, here you are, sir. I see you. Let's do this. Last week we had Dominique Blake came through and ripped it down to shreds. And you seen I did the push-ups. Let me just see here. You coming through?
I'm here.
Ooh, look at that shirt. Show me the shirt, man. Show me the shirt.
Fresh out the dryer, you know?
Ooh, are you a rider or what? Matter of fact, let me see. This is the problem.
You know, we live and direct. Sunday morning mastermind.
Oh man, it's 10 a.m.
I've been up since 6. I couldn't even sit in the bed.
Ooh,
a fresh one.
Oh, this is the fresh one. This is a size XL. Who in here is a size XL? Let's see what we can do today. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the comfort killers of the world, we are live in the Facebook group where it all goes down. First things first, how was your week, man?
Everything's good, man. Just trying to keep it pushing, keep it moving. What was I working on big this week? We're just working on the restructuring of CKA. Worked on the mixtape this week a little bit, the format. We got a lot of good things coming. How about you on your end?
Oh, my end has been a crazy week. As you know, I'm finalizing something special that's releasing February 14, 2016. That date is special for me because that's when I walked out the seminar. Matter of fact, the person that we have on the second segment of this mastermind today actually sat next to me in that seminar that I walked out of. So it's good to see his perspective on what's coming on. His name is Richard Sutton. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Again, if you're a comfort killer, that means you're in CKA. Now, the mission of CKA is to create meaningful relationships through self-improvement. Self-improvement saved my life. I know it's helping many, personal development, but it's scary. You jump in, you don't know where to go. There's no structure. It's like the wild, wild west. And we tame that down. And we categorize everyone in the industry, the gurus, the fluffers, you know, there's so much categories that we create. I think about 12.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. We want to help bring clarity to you. That's our real goal, is bring clarity to your situation so you can make the right decision and see the growth that you want to see.
Absolutely. And that's why we're here this morning. And there's something big that's coming up. But for those that are in here and there's not members yet on the Comfort Killers Academy, that's what CKA is, jump over to academy.thecomfortkillers.com, academy.thecomfortkillers.com. I didn't put it in, I don't know what I thought of, I didn't put it in the status of this, but I'm telling you right now, academy.thecomfortkillers.com. You're going to go in right in the foundation of self-improvement. You're going to learn about mindset. You're going to learn about attitude. You're going to learn about time. You're going to learn how to control that. You're going to learn all these aspects to get you up the levels, get you up the notches of self-improvement. We believe it's the right way to personally develop yourself. So I'm happy that you're interested.
That's it. You guys got to get on CK. It's life-changing, you guys. It's the solid information that you need to make the change that you want in your life, man. It's going to hold you accountable. It's going to keep you committed so you can get the freedom of life that you want. And that's really what it's about, creating the freedom and the meaningful relationships, having those solid, concrete relationships with people that hold you accountable and push you to that next level. And you got that base foundation to keep growing yourself and your business. So check out academy.thecomfortkillers.com.
After 3 months, I send bonuses, and these shirts only go out. I stopped selling them. I don't want to sell them anymore. They're just for the members of CKA. So after 3 months of membership, you start getting these gifts in your mailbox as an appreciation for becoming person, just moving towards freedom. It's not even that you're on the membership. I love that you're moving towards freedom. And today, man, today we're going to move towards freedom once we talk about what Theo got in store. I don't even know. This killer, Theo, I don't even know where you get the time. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. But Billie Jean, those of you who believe that you're in business, you're not in the marketing industry, right? You're not a marketer. You're only a book writer. You're only, no. First of all, remove the word only, because the first thing you are in entrepreneurship, in building your personal brand, is a marketing agent. You have to be able to be a good marketer to get your message out there, to get your products out there, so people understand, to have this clear vision. You have to become a marketer. So that's why I put on this free webinar for all those, because I think it's the first step. It's the first step to really going outside in the marketplace. You have to be able to market yourself, your product, your service. So that link is in the status, and it's the Billie Jean webinar. It's happening November 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And then we have about what time is it in Chicago? That's about 3 p.m. in Chicago if you're in the middle.
Yeah, and if you live in Arizona and all that, I think you're about 2 o'clock. So this is actually going to be the first time. This is how it's amazing that, we're providing this value for free. This is the first time I will be flying across the country, leave in the morning, fly back in the evening. That's how important it is to go see Billie Jean for me. So, I mean, I'm paying for a ticket. And I didn't get the cheap one. I didn't get the stopping and that. Not we going straight through and straight back. You know what I mean? One day, because we're trying to get the value, you guys. So you're getting in for free. I gotta invest time, the money, take time off, clear the schedule. But we're trying to get this. So you guys got to register, because look at right now, we're marketing. You're always marketing. You're anything you do, it should be marketing and based around marketing at some point, and to have an end goal. That's why you got to register.
Got to have strategies. Got to apply strategies. Guys, we're using, honestly, social media. If you know how to use social media, you'll understand that every post, every picture, every status update has to go back. It has to tie into this bigger strategy or a campaign. We've been social media in a little wrong. We've been going up or just, it's a little wrong. So I want to add value. I want to increase my knowledge. So that's why I'm taking a whole 2 days and I'm going out there and providing this value for my comfort killers. And, to show my appreciation, I set up a webinar so you could be inside live right away. And that's coming up November 15th. Status has the link to that Billie Jean webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, now, here's why we're here. Last night I came on, I said, pull the costume off, the mask off your face, and become your true self. And when you become your true self, you start confronting things that didn't serve you, no longer serves you. Confront people, situations, and you're like, I got to get better. A part of getting better, and Theo, I think you recognize this, you got to get your money right, bro. Talk to me about that.
No one watching this video is watching it on anything that's free. Okay, so everything that we do is in this environment right here, in this society right here, is based around money. It's based around finance. You're either watching this on a phone, which costs you money to pay the bill and watch the phone, the internet. All of this costs money. So at the end of the day, you got to get your money right. Period. People don't want to talk about money. That's the problem. And in my book, I actually have it right here. It's dropping this week. How to stack your money.
Bam!
This week. I'm talking about getting your money right. You see this? It's 60 pages. How to get your money right. It's not this complex language that I have to learn. It's simple. I guarantee. I was thinking about this morning. I need to figure out a challenge to where parents buy this for themselves and their kids, and I guarantee them their kids will stack more money than that. I almost can guarantee that a 10-year-old can apply this book just as good as a 37-year-old. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out a challenge because it's simple. I mean, you look at this.
Yeah.
Then you have this book. They say it's for dummies, but it's like, you know, it's like, bro, we got 432 pages. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to learn a new language. I want to be here. Look at how to stack your money. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm trying to make this simple. We got to get our money right. We got to break it down. We got to make it simple. It's not complex. We don't need to learn a new language. We don't need to read a Encyclopedia Britannica to figure out how to make more money. It's simple. It's here. It's concise. You know what I mean? So this is coming out this week. howtostackyourmoney.com. You need to check it out. What questions you got about the book, Stacey? Talk to me.
Well, before that, guys, if you have any questions, as you know, you could just type them below in Facebook. We're looking at that right now. If you have any questions on how to stack your money, anything, Theo's here, okay? Theo's here, I'm here. We're able to answer that. If we don't answer it right now, we will make a video in the group and place it down.
That's it.
So all right. So let's just pretend, right? I'm gonna give you, because maybe they won't ask this question, but maybe I'm gonna telekinesis them. That's the right thing.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm getting minimum wage. I'm getting minimum wage. I'm trying to make this happen. You're right. I'm paying my phone bill. Things are not looking on the up and up right now. How the hell am I gonna stack money when I need to feed myself? When I need to pay my expenses? My living expenses on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm at the bottom. I'm trying to get air, baby, air. And you're telling me I need to stack my money. Talk to me about that.
So the book has a lot of different content in it, just in the 60 pages alone. I would probably start someone like that right here on page 39, bill to income ratio. Because, you know, when you're making a very low income, you need to understand your bill to income ratio and understand how that is going to affect your stacking, going to affect your income, going to affect the money you have at the end of the day. So you need to understand that ratio, where it's at, and then you need to understand where you need to get it to. Then from there, we need to focus on how do we get more money. But we'll just start off at the core of the bills to income ratio, BITR, as it's referred to in the book. And I go over that in detail, what that is. Because, I mean, I even have some examples here in the book where people are making, this one lady, she's making 90 grand. The other guy's making 40 grand. The guy's making 40 grand, stacking twice as much as the lady making 80. It doesn't matter how much you make.
Doesn't even care. Yep. No. I was just about to say that because, you know, it's funny when I knew someone and I always admired this. And actually, there's a story with my brother. And my brother is he knows how to save money. Like, you know, I would admire that. Anything he wanted, he put his mind to it and stacked away proportion. And then all of a sudden he had it. You look at him with the thing and you're like, man, you know, what do I got to do? And he just turns around and he says, hey, listen, and he said it, but he didn't say what is that? Bills
to income ratio. That's what it's classified as in how to stack your money, because I got to create terms so people can understand how to look at their money. And it's very simple. It's not, hey, you guys, you may think the bill to income ratios, but still look at these books, you guys. I mean, it's still very simple in comparison to these finance books that are supposed to be simple. So it don't get me wrong. Look, I got some reviews here on the back of the book, How to Stack Your Money. I have reviews. This book has been really out on ebook format for a year. So I got a review from my guy Dominique Capers out of he's from Detroit 313. Okay. Thanks to Theo's How to Stack Your Money course, I was able to power stack over $5,000 in 2 months. I mean, it's simple stuff. Another guy, my guy Barry. Hey, I just want to give you an update. I was able to manage to stack up $4,000 since the purchase of the book, and he sent this to me about 2 or 3 months after he bought the book. It's simple, you guys. It's not complex. Look at the books.
Look at it. And this one's called The Complete Guide to Managing Your Money. Look, this has, I think there's about 600 pages in this one. You got 60-page book, How to Stack Your Money. It's creating real results, and you're speaking in a way that anyone could understand. You don't have to learn a whole new language, right? To understand money.
You need a dictionary to read that book because you got to look up every other word.
I'm looking up small words in this thing right here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, 10 to 110 years old. You understand this? I'm about to start giving this to my god babies, because my goddaughter's birthday was yesterday. Because 7 years old, she needs to start taking this in. She needs to start taking in how to stack your money. She needs to start understanding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, everyone wants to get in real estate. They want to start their business. They want to, you know, develop themselves, you know, the quadrant.
Yeah.
The quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, you know, they want to get to the investor side. They want to get to the boss side. And the first step is, and I know you did this for yourself, you bought a home.
Yeah.
You bought a two-family, what is that, side-by-side?
Yes, a duplex. Yeah, but I bought it all based off this.
All based off that book.
Yeah, I went to the Robert Kiyosaki thing. I went to the seminars. None of them ever told me how to get my money straight. I mean, if you guys are watching, leave the comment below. If you went to a real estate seminar, I told you that, you know, hey, man, this is how you get your freaking money straight so you get the down payment. They just telling you get the down payment. Where do you get the down payment? I had to get some money. So I went to that course in almost about 10 years to right now. I think it was December 2007, sat in it, dead broke. Then I went to the upsell course. They charged $500. That was the rest of my money. I was making $500 a week. Went to upsell, got it. That was all my money. I was broke. A year later, based off the principles I use in this book, simple, year later, I had $10,000 saved up, started a new career, doubled my salary. You know what I mean? Like my income, not my salary, my income. Bought a rental property. Well, I tried to buy a rental property. That deal went bad. Then I got another 5K stacked up in the 6 months that deal went bad. Had 15K stacked within 18 months of going to that course. Based on this, bought the first rental property, 75K. 6 years later, sold it for $150,000. And then I collected $75,000 in rent. All based off.
I love it.
All based off this small investment. This is a small investment for you. Invest it in it if you want to manage your money the right way. If you don't want to read a 500 to 600 page encyclopedia, dictionary.
Just shout out a few people that's in here right now. You know, in the next segment, we're talking with a public speaker and author. He's already here waiting, but shout out to him. I see you in there. Blake, Susan, we got Karen watching. We got a few people here. Leave your questions, leave your comments in this chat, and we're going to get to them. We're going to make sure that if we don't get to them today, we're going to make a video special for you to answer it in the group. There's no questions about it. The whole mission of the Comfort Killers, because we're high achievers, we want more. We're always moving towards freedom. We want real information. And the reason why I partnered with Theo, and the reason why I said, you know what, I'm only focused on real people, real individuals that give real information for real results, is because there was so much fluff in the game. So when I sliced off the excess fat, we leaned it up. Look at the book. It's lean. It's a lean book. It gives you the information that you need. So don't worry about the fluff that you're going to get. These mega books, they're great to read, great concept, but when are you going to finish this? You need money right now. You need to stack your money right now. HowToStackYourMoney.com is the website.
HowToStackYourMoney.com.
HowToStackYourMoney.com. And you're signing. You got, what do you got, 25 books?
I got 25 copies I'm signing personally. Okay. So go check it out. Personal copies. I'm probably going to throw on an extra gift at some point for the people that act on that, because this is how I am. I like people that take action. So yeah, 25 copies. You guys got to get your money right. You don't need to be reading these. You could read this book probably 10 times in one day. I mean, I want you to review this. When your money gets off, you want you to pick it up. 40 minutes later, you completely refreshed. Okay, now I was tripping. I'm back on track now. See what I mean? So you always got it with you. You always can go through it. It's going to take you a month you can't even figure out what page to even go back to review. It's like, okay, where do I even start? You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. These books intimidate me. They so thick. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even like reading these books. It's too much. Like, come on, bro. I mean, you couldn't break that down, bro?
Yeah.
You know, somebody said that to me the other day. I was watching a video. One of the guys you recommended, he was talking about time management. I'll mention him to our Comfort Killers Academy people.
Yeah.
And he was talking about time management. He said, dude, you guys are buying time management books that are 300 pages long. If the author can't manage their time, Why would you know what I mean? And it's the same thing with the money management. If you cannot break it down, if you have to have these long drawn out books, it's not manageable. That's not manageable. This is manageable. How to stack your money, howtostackyourmoney.com.
Quick read.
Let me go over some quick statistics before we transition. Approximately 47%, half of America, almost half of Americans, these stats are in the book, you guys. I need you. Part of the Comfort Killers is confronting. You got to know the statistics to confront it. You understand what I'm saying? 47% of Americans do not have $400 saved. Okay? Then I want to break that down even further. 27% of Americans do not have any savings. Okay? Then 24% have less than $100 saved. So look, 47% only have 400. Half of that don't even have $100. So I'm sorry. Half of America doesn't have $400 saved. A quarter of America doesn't even have $100 in their bank account. Then another 25% just ain't got no money at all saved up. I mean, we're talking about
it's scary.
It's scary, but politicians ain't gonna talk to you about this because they talk about they care about you, but how are they helping you get your money straight? They're not.
Or you're in the seminars and they expect you to know that step, and then they start you from this step, but you're in a free seminar.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Doesn't make sense, you guys.
It's mind-boggling, and that's why we had to just cut the fat. I do have a question, and we have about 5 minutes here before we move into our next segment. Your Comfort Killers, man, if you're not a part of the Comfort Killers Academy, why aren't you? Just answer that question, because I want to know.
Let us know. I would like to know too.
So I know how to help you, how to provide more value. Okay? Put it back on me. Let me take all the weight. All right? I'm not putting it on you. Put pressure on me. Stace. Provide more value for me. But here's the deal. If you're not in the Comfort Killers Academy, check it out. academy.thecomfortkillers.com. academy.thecomfortkillers.com. You can try it out for 3 days. Try it out for 3 days. It's a foundational. You move up in levels. It's structured. It's organized. And it's built off accountability. It's built off accountability. We expect things from our members because our mission is to create meaningful relationships through self-improvement. We're not just leaving you there and just forgetting about you. Meaningful relationships through self-improvement. Here is a question from Blake. Blake said, what if you don't have consistent income? Does the book still apply?
I haven't had consistent income in 10 years. So I think it applies. Okay. I've never had consistent income. I don't even like consistent income. So yes, it applies to you. Shoot, sometimes I get paid, 5 figures one month. Some month I may lose a couple grand. So the how to stack your money applies to every single situation, period. Because I've never had a salary. I've never had the $800 every week thing going. And my thing has always been a roller coaster ride. Yeah. So yes, great question, and yes.
The book still applies. Ladies and gentlemen, Comfort Killers Worldwide, you are here in the Facebook group. You are watching us live. It is Sunday. Every Sunday, we're here actually at 10 a.m. with this mastermind. So just lock us in. We kind of watching who's out there, who's getting up early, who's making sure that they're engaging with what's happening. Speaking of engagement, we just dropped a policy letter on them. CK0001. Policy 1 is engagement. We expect this. This is an expectancy from our members of the Facebook group because we expect so much from our members of CKA that the little that we're expecting here in the Facebook group is engagement. There's some policies coming out, but this one here applies to, hey, have you engaged in a month? We get so, I guess, spoiled. We want everything easy. We want everything to come to us. We don't want to put in the work. Do you know the amount of work that it takes? Ask anyone right now in the industry how long you've been in it. Just ask them that question. How long you've been doing this? I guarantee you it's more than 15 years, some 10 years, 25 years. Look at Grant Cardone. Ask him how long he's been in it. And it takes effort. It takes a consistent effort. So if you don't have at least effort to show to me, I'm just deleting people. If you're sitting in here spectating, that's not the type of people I want to be around. I don't want to be around the watchers. I don't want to be around the spectators. So if you cannot engage, like, share, send your comments, send your opinions, then hey, we can't work together, we can't do business together. And that's the end goal of CKA, is to do business with our members. Because, you know, everyone has an academy, everyone has something to dump you in, a university, but are they actually doing business with the people that's in the academy? Once they grow to that point, once they expand, are they actually looking to collaborate? That's what we're doing. We're looking to collaborate. Speaking of collaboration, the next person here, and howtostackyourmoney.com is it. Howtostackyourmoney.com. Hey, type a number 1 if you're with me in here. Type a number 1 in the chat box right now. I want to see if you're alive. If you're not alive, then I might have to just get you out the damn room. We can't focus on the dead weights. All right, so that's what it is. You got to move yourself around people with energy. You got to move yourself around people with life. Okay, if you're moving, look at your environment. All right, look at your environment. Who is holding you down, pulling you down? I don't need anyone pulling me down. Okay, so put a 1 in here if you're alive. Thank you guys. I know you're alive. I see you. Howtostackyourmoney.com is the website, and I appreciate you for being here. So next up, Theo, you ready for this? This is my boy.
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
Hey, this is my boy. My boy here.
Yeah.
Just a little backstory. I know we're gonna jump into it with Richard Sutton. On February 14, 2016. This is when I thought of this whole thing. He's actually in the book I'm writing. He doesn't know it yet. I walk in this seminar. I'm trying to quit gambling. I'm trying to overcome gambling. I'm trying to do different things. So I go to a free seminar right here in Philadelphia. Matter of fact, up the street from me, right here. And I see this guy. He has a bow tie on, and he's looking sharp. And I naturally, we're sitting next to each other. So obviously we're gonna speak. We got a network. And he was like, "Hey, I'm Richard Sutton." He very confident. "I'm Richard Sutton. Here's my business card." And his business card was thick. He spent some money on the card. And he said, "What's your business card?" I said, I don't. Man, I'm so broke. I'm so in debt right now. I don't got no business card, man. So I said, "Here's my number." Asked him what he did, and I was amazed. We ended up sitting next to each other, and we made a long-lasting friendship. I walked out of that seminar, started the Comfort Killers. He walked out and wrote a book, and we're gonna definitely get Mr. PDP up here right now. And give us a second. He's coming up, and we're going to show his camera here. Guys, I know you're with me. Stick around because we're talking about. Hey, Richard, you got to throw your camera on and unmute yourself, sir. And I'm going to talk about public speaking, and we're going to talk about writing a book here because you're working on a course. Oh, look at that. Look at the shirt. Fear of becoming a man. Richard, what's going on, brother?
Hold on. You ain't.
Damn, I am a comfort killer. He got the bracelet, baby. I love it. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? What's poppin'? Theo, what's going on, man? Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Pleasure to meet you, brother. We gonna meet in person soon, bro. I've heard a lot, so many blessings, bro. Appreciate it.
Without question, ditto. But I'm getting that book, though. Same
here. I'm about to get your book too. We gotta do it both ways. I'm putting that on my list for today. Buy Richard's book. You know what I
mean? And he wrote it too. Whatever goes on that list is accomplished.
That's it.
Richard, I appreciate, we go back, man. We go back. We don't go back like, the oatmeal, but we go back because you were there with me when I was totally in a whole other place. And we both saw each other before things happened. So you have a special place in my heart. We sat next to each other at that seminar. What were you thinking when you first met me, man?
She crazy as hell. I love her energy. Energy is everything, man. I don't care what the situation is. We all give off a certain exude of energy, and positive energy or negative energy. But you feel that energy. Your energy was on 100, like it always is now. But then it was on 100. Now it's on like 2.2 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta keep going up, increasing, baby. So, you know, we spoke, we saw each other last week, and a major part of my mission is to collaborate with people that I believe inspires and can help our comfort killers through the foundation. The foundation is the level 0 of CKA. And these people get access to courses. And one of the members of CKA said, hey, listen, I would love some information on public speaking. Well, you know, hey, listen, I go out to my experts. I seen you. You wrote the book, Fear of Becoming a Man. We're going to talk about a little bit about that. And then you just went on a rampage. Like, you're doing a world tour right now with speaking. So I had to come to you to get this information.
I don't feel like I'm on a world tour. You always know how to make a person feel like they conquering anything.
You conquering the world, baby. So Fear of Becoming a Man, what's that about? Why'd you write that book? And what the hell, man? You wrote a book as soon as we left the seminar. This is amazing. Is that something you always wanted to do?
No, I had no desire to write a book whatsoever, to be honest with you. I always tell people that people look at me like I'm crazy. Really, spiritually, it was put on me to write the book. You know, I woke up one morning with the title of the book on my spirit real heavy. And I always say, when God speaks to you, you got to move. You know what I'm saying? And he has a way of speaking that you can't discount that as him. You know what I mean? People be like, oh, I don't know when God's speaking to me. Nah, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know. And so I just went out and I just wanted to tell my story, you know, what my struggles were coming up, you know what I mean, being passed around the family. You know, my mom, you know, kind of abandoned me, you know what I mean? And going from one aunt to back to my grandma, from my grandma to another aunt, to educational struggles, being put in special ed, told that I wasn't that smart, I might not finish high school, almost getting 36 years in prison on a drug charge. So I'm trying to tell my story, man. I feel like, you know, everybody has a story, and everybody has a uniqueness to their story, but everybody aren't able to tell their story.
Yeah.
And you know, I just wanted to tell my story because maybe my story can help somebody. You know what I mean, help somebody look at it different. You know what I mean? I always think about, especially with the education piece, because I don't like labels. Don't label me. Don't tell me I got a learning disability. Don't tell me I got ADHD. You know what I mean? If that is the case, find another way to spin it so I could think different, because there's power in words. You know what I'm saying? And so when you tell somebody they got a learning disability, especially a young black boy, for me, you already counted them out. He like, well, then why should I do anything now? You know what I'm saying? You told me I can't learn. Mm-hmm. So, I think that's the difference. And, just telling that story and how my pop helped me to overcome that. I think my father really saved my life in that perspective, because at one point I really thought I was stupid. I really thought I was incapable. And, and it's still, even to this day, it freaks me out because I'll be in conversations or talking or dealing with people and people swear like, I got a master's degree or whatever. And I'm like, nope, dropped out of college. But,
yeah, that's good though.
I'm here.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I know when we spoke, because we did a show for Grant Cardone TV, and we did a show, and you're always this humble guy. What I appreciate about you, you could be doing 4, 5, 6 different things. I'm looking at you like, man, I gotta write a book. This guy crushed it. He writes a book. He's going out, man. I gotta do something. I gotta go. And you're like, I'm not doing enough. And it's that humbleness that attracts me to you, because there's always a place where you're so down to earth and you just want to help. And it's just about your legacy. And you spoke about that. And that's why I approached you. And I said, you know what? To help you fulfill your legacy. And again, this is all about meaningful relationships through self-improvement and helping people. And that's the value that I know I am on earth to provide. It's just connecting the dots and allowing people to get that information. And I said, man, people are afraid. They're afraid to tell their story. They have 4 or 5 books in them. They're afraid to write. They're afraid to take that journey, afraid to take that step. So I know this course that we're creating, I believe it comes out early November, will help these people. And you titled it, it says, so you want to speak. So you want to speak, huh? And there was like 4 points that you discussed with me early on what message you want to get out. And first thing is, deliver your message the same way all the time. And before we get into message, because people don't know what their message is, you talked about ingredient and substance. What is that? Tell me a little bit about that.
Because I think your ingredients is what you bring to the table when delivering it, right? What's your delivery like? You are the ingredients to your delivery. But your substance has to have, it's the content and what you deliver, you know what I'm saying, when you're delivering it. It's kind of like making gumbo. You know what I mean? You got to put all the, if one ingredient is missing, then that gumbo don't taste like grandma made it. You know what I mean? It don't have that stir to it. You know what I mean? So you gotta have that substance. You gotta have that ingredients, and when you mesh it together, it helps your delivery. And so your delivery shouldn't be like anybody else's. It should be your unique delivery. What makes you different? I don't want to be a Les Brown, even though that's my imaginary mentor. I don't want to be an Eric Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I admire that dude, right? I don't want to be a Joe, you know what I mean? Any of the big names, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to be me. I just want to create my lane, you know what I'm saying? And make my lane be there, because when I step back and I look at it, what makes those dudes any better than me? You know what I'm saying? If they could do it, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I remember speaking at this church one time before I even ever, and I was speaking, it's funny, Theo, I was speaking on finances too. I was speaking on money management. When I got done and the older gentleman walked up to me, he said, young man, you know, your delivery and how you captivate the audience, you remind me of Les Brown. And I had no idea who Les Brown was at the time. I had not a clue. But I played the game for real. Oh, thank you, sir. You know what? I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you. Got in the car, ran home, and Googled him. Who is this dude? You know what I mean? If I got to get compared to him, who is he? And I found out who he was. I was flabbergasted, you know, to even be compared or mentioned in the same likes of the man that this great, that been in the game that long. You know, and I started studying him, man. You know, when you walk in your passion and your calling, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
There's something very important, and actually we have a CKA member that's in here now. Shout out to Raven. And ladies and gentlemen, again, we have Richard Sutton here, the author of Fear of Becoming a Man, the person that he sat next to me in the seminar that I walked out of. He walked out, wrote a book, and now is speaking all over the country. And I walked out and created the Comfort Killers. And together we're working to put a course package together for those that are interested in public speaking, and for those that are even interested in getting their story together. Some people may not want to speak, but just to get their story in order, because it's right now it's disorganized, it's all over the place. And understanding speaking is an art form. And you know, you talk about this thing, this technology. I think this technology will work. Anyone, because speaking to one versus 1 million, like, would you same drive, energy when you get a deal to go speak to 3 kids, or when you go speak to 300? Would you turn down the deal to go speak to 3 kids? Like, what's the energy behind that?
Once again, you gotta study. You gotta study your craft and who it is that you're trying to become and do. And they say when it's something you want to do, you gotta find somebody already doing that's greater than you. And I listened to what's his name with Les Brown. He had talked about he was out in L.A. speaking, and this lady kept asking him to come to Compton. She wanted him to speak to these young people. He said, "All right, you know, how many of them going to be there?" She said, "Anywhere between 200 and 300 kids." You know, he said he was exhausted and didn't really want to do it. He was dead tired. And he said, but he, you know, it was kids. So he said, "All right, you know what, I'm gonna come." And he had to do a show. He had spoken earlier that day at one of the arenas out there, but he still went. When he got there, it was like 25 to 30 kids. It wasn't 300 kids. He looked at her like, "What happened?" And she was like, "I don't know." But he said it was a moment to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? He had to check himself in the realization that he had a message to give, and whether the message went to 30 kids or 300 kids or 3,000 kids or 3 kids, he had to deliver the message at the same capacity, the same intensity, regardless of how many people are in the crowd. And that resonated with me huge, because it was like, you got to think. I think about it like this: anytime I speak, if my message reach one person in that audience, then my job was done. You know what I'm saying? My job, I completed the task of what I was supposed to do at that time. So that's how I think when I speak. Like, I just need one person to get it. If 300 get it, or 30 get it, or 5 get it, or 500 get it, that's just cherries on top, right? That's just my Ben and Jerry's with the little extras, the little cream, little sprinkles on it. But if one person got out, then I got one scoop of ice cream and I did my job. You know what I mean?
I love that.
That's
huge. That's huge. And I think when you formulate everything, when you approach life and work and business and entrepreneurship and love and everything in that simple way, you're doing it for one person. You know, if you catch 1 million, great, but your job is done when you touch that one. I love that. Theo, you got anything from my man, Mr. PDQ, before I tell our CKA members and our potential members what's going to be in this course?
I want to know, where can everybody get the book?
Oh man, you write at fairbecomingtheman.com. You can get the book. You can go over to Fair Becoming the Man and get the book right there on the internet at my website, Fair Becoming the Man.
Fairbecomingtheman.com.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I love that.
Cool.
Fairbecomingtheman.com. Rich is my boy. He knows me like you wouldn't know. Okay.
Hey, I wanted to say this, man. One, I love you to life. You know what I mean? You're not just this chick I met at a seminar. You family now. I always say my sis, you know what I mean? And I always feel like my energy ain't where your energy at. But it's funny you said that something about mention me in a book. It's funny because I'm going to Chicago to speak. And every time I watch you and Theo, I think about, people don't recognize what human capital is, right? When you understand the concept of human capital, you understand the concept of winning, right? And the two of you guys always feed off of each other and support each other, just like me and you support each other, Stace. And you know, people always talk about networking, but networking is one thing, but if you don't understand and respect the concept of human capital, then you can't really understand what networking is, right? So with the human capital portion is, you know, I appreciate who you are, respect who you are, what you do, and what you add to the table when we sit at it. Because what you add in some shape makes me better. And what I add in some shape makes you better. So then we build human capital to be better in the movement and how we process things and how we create things. I always say, you think about everybody that made the history books. Nobody was single, right? Every man that made the history books was married, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody that makes it are either they have a successful team around them. And even if everybody in the team do their own thing, but when a team come together, I call it the woo. You know what I mean? When you could come together like the woo, you
one man army ain't strong. I never been tooken out. I got MCs looking out. Yeah.
That's real.
Hey, no, he's for real. And you know what? I believe that because that's why, you know, we're approaching it different. Everything's so fly by the night. Everything's so fast. Everything's so in and out one day. And we don't really take the time to appreciate the person behind the growth, right? Appreciate the person that invests some time on this webinar here this morning. Appreciate the person that left the comment. That's why, you know, the Comfort Killers Academy, I want to make it about meaningful relationships. Yes, it's about self-improvement, but we develop meaningful relationships within our community. And it's a community-based aspect and approach. And I'm 100% firm. I could tell you everything that these people here do. I know them. They think I'm not watching. I'm watching. I'm listening. I know who you are. And I love that. I appreciate every single one of them. And I appreciate our relationship. And that's what it's about, meaningful relationships. Not just, hey, let me get your business card and I'll see you when I need something, when I want to sell you. Okay? One man army ain't strong. I never been tooken out. I keep MCs looking out. Hey, so in this course package, for anyone that thinking about public speaking, we go to the source. You see, he's going to Chicago. He's going to Chicago. I know you did some stuff in Atlanta. You did a few things in colleges, you know. So your demographic really is all over. Like, I know you talk to kids. I know you talk to grown men and women. I know you talk to, your demographic is really all over. People need this information. So here's what we got. Here's what we got and what's coming in this course. And you guys are going to love this course. We're going to talk about ingredient and substance, so what needs to be inside your delivery. We're going to talk about how to practice your delivery. We're going to talk about how to formulate your story and message from the gut, and having your message come from the gut, and how to speak with authenticity when you're speaking from the heart. I asked Richard if he speaks from a script. He said, baby girl. I said, don't call me baby girl. He said, baby girl. I said, don't call me a baby girl. He said, sis. I said, okay. He said, I'll go with cue cards to help me out. But that's different. But once you know your story, you don't need a script.
For real.
See what I'm saying? Once you have your story, you don't need a script. Susan, I love you. Lance, any question? I do have a question from you, from our comfort killers in here. Susan, she crying. Susan, stop crying. You're always crying. Okay? Stop crying. We love you. But she said, how do you have the confidence the first time?
I think it's about overcoming your fears. You know what I'm saying? I'm nervous every time I speak. Every time I speak. It's not a time I've spoken I didn't have butterflies in my stomach. But here's me. I'm a really spiritual dude. You know, I'm not the church going dude, but I'm spiritual because I was raised like that. And one thing is, every time I speak, I say the exact same prayer every time I speak, and I say, God, minimize who I am as a man and maximize who you are as God. So everything that I say and everything that I do is more about them hearing and seeing you and less of me, so I can contact and connect with your people and leave what I need to leave. I do the same exact prayer every time I speak.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. Say that one more time for us. Maybe someone could type it out.
I ask God to minimize who I am as a man and maximize who he is as God.
Wow.
So everything that I do and I say, they see all of him and none of me.
Wow.
So all my words are impactful. So you can feel my words. You don't just hear my words.
You know what's crazy? Because once I got the imagery of you're just the vehicle to get the words of God out. You know, it's just
Exactly.
you're just the middleman, right? And it just goes through you, so it's all natural. You know, you're in your natural state. I love that, guys. That's a great prayer. And Susan, with confidence, you have to kind of let go. And I spoke about the story with the elephant. Anyone know how they train a baby elephant to go into the circus, to get prepared for the circus?
Mm-mm.
So they tie a rope around the baby elephant's neck and tie the end of the rope to a pole. And the baby elephant tries to go out and it can never get out of that maximum. Boom, and then kind of stops and say, you know what, I can't break free. So they do it again to the point you could see a grown elephant with a rope tied around his neck and not to the pole. They have been trained to become a slave. They have been trapped. But if they only knew the power that they had within, it doesn't matter if that rope was tied to a pole or it was tied to a house or a car or a tree, they could break free. But the mind is entrapped. You've agreed to have fear. You've agreed to someone saying you can't do it. You've accepted the fact that fear or low confidence or no confidence could hold you back. Forget the word confidence. You don't need confidence. You're already walking with the power of God. You understand that? So when I look at confidence, I'm like, I'm not trying to build up my confidence. I'm trying to build up the power within. You see what I'm saying? Because we have to stop moving away. We have to stop moving away from what we need to confront. Confront it, gather the power, and move towards freedom.
Don't sign a contract of fear to stagnate your growth and walk in your purpose. So anytime you sign up for fear, you signing that contract for stagnation, to stagnate the growth and your possibilities, to walk in your purpose, to embody the dream that's been placed in you. You know what I'm saying? Les Brown says is the best. Les Brown says the graveyard is the richest place on earth, because you have so many people who signed that contract of fear. That part is me saying that part. Signed the contract of fear to never walk in their purpose. So they take their dreams and aspirations that God had planted in their spirit and in their soul to the graveyard. So there's somebody right now that's laying in the grave that could have cured AIDS, or could have, changed the world, could have poured people out of poverty, could have changed the economic structure of how we see, view, and our relationship with money, Theo. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that's laying there that just didn't do what God gave them to do, so they wasted their God-given talent, so he took them home.
Yep. And and that's about to roll us out with that. The course, expect it. If you're in CKA right now, expect that in November. The course will be available to everyone, but inside CKA, they get it at a super discount. Outside of CKA, you get the full price. So, and the cost of that, we're not even going to worry. If you have a need and you want to focus on public speaking and get it from someone that's real, okay, this is what we deal. We deal with the realist. The realist real estate investor up there, the realist freaking public speaking killer down here, and the realist OG comfort killer right here. So we deal with the realist people, and that's what my aim is to build meaningful relationships. Have people, my mission in life is to teach millions how to get uncomfortable. We do that through self-improvement. We're high achievers. So the academy is what I set up as the foundation to get you to that point. And we're looking to collaborate. The end result is collaborating with people like you see right here. I want you right here. I want to speak with you on a Sunday morning, and us working on a course together, us working on a package or a product together. That's the only way we're going to shift, right? So in order to do that, we get you in CKA, and we just get you up the levels, and we go like that. But Billie Jean's coming November 15th. The information's up there. I want you to register yourself, because don't miss out, because I don't even think I'm going to even put it out. Like, I'm starting to understand that people respect and they take heed to information when they know it's not accessible to many, because these people just fluff it up a little bit. They don't appreciate it. I love folks that appreciate the value that they're getting, and I do too. I appreciate everything that I receive, no matter how small or large. Fearofbecomingaman.com is the place to go see Richard, to keep up with his travels and speaking, as well as to purchase the book Fear of Becoming a Man. How to stack your goddamn money. I'm gonna put a quote, goddamn money. How to stack your money.com. Theo just dropped the knowledge. We shaved off the excess fat and we went straight to the point. Just show them the size of that book again. I think it's 60 pages of just pure gold.
That's it.
All right, just shaving off the fat there, and just we're dealing with the confronting. Hey, we need to stack our money. What is it we need to do? Okay, let's confront that. Let's do it. Let's move forward. We don't stay in a place. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a beautiful, beautiful segment. Leave your comments and questions. Again, those questions that we didn't answer here, we're gonna make videos throughout the week, as you know what we do. Policy CK0001 is in effect right now. Engagement is necessary to be a part of this group. If you're not engaging, I'm sorry, one day you're gone. Okay? No love lost. I still love you, but we just need to follow policy and order here in the Comfort Killers. And you can't call yourself a comfort killer if you're unable to really get with the program and understand the techniques and the mechanics behind something. Okay? I don't just get pulled over by the cop and say, hey, listen, I broke policy. I drove so fast, whiplashed. I got whiplashed. I got pulled over. I broke policy. Fear of Becoming a Man, that's the book right there. I know we're going to work on some audio. We need
where that book at, bro? You supposed to have that book out with me, bro.
Oh, I'm to my fault, bro. I was checking out your book, Hey.
Look, here I come through with the notebook. You see this? The ComfortKillers.com, ladies and gentlemen. Also, academy.thecomfortkillers.com. We're going to be working together. As you know, we produce real information. That's all we're here for. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in